Doing pretty. Hi. Good week.
Good afternoon, everyone. How are you doing? Yeah, good week. Yeah.
We've no mics, have we? So hopefully, I know we can't
So
find them.
our really bad video is going to get even worse because we've got no mic. We don't know where we've put the mics, do we?
No.
They're expensive, them as well. 20 quid online.
Wow, were they? Were they as much as that?
Yeah.
Wow. What we're doing here first?
I don't know.
No, talk about that first because
Yeah. Okay.
we've just announced that today.
This is the second album from Joey Valance and Bray, which is an alternative hip hop duo from. I think Pennsylvania, certainly Joey's from Pennsylvania, I don't know. But if you like Beastie Boys, and I hate to compare them against anybody because they've got their own unique style, but they're absolutely mega, aren't they?
They're brilliant. Their first album, Punk Tactics, was brilliant. That caught us last year, didn't it? Punk Tactics
Didn't get a UK
release, but
Released
their
it,
sounds are kind of they're getting a little bit bigger
Yeah.
and they're pushing the boundaries and pushing where they go to and stuff like that.
So, over the next couple of weeks, they're playing in the UK. And we've
Playing the crowd in
managed,
Manchester, aren't they?
yeah, and we've managed to grab them on their very last day in the UK, and they're coming across to Bury on Saturday the 30th of November. We've just announced this today for a Q&A and album signing for No Hands, which is their sophomore album. On a really nice blue vinyl. Now this came out a couple of weeks ago, but the CD comes out around about the 30th that week. So we've got the CD and the LP, and the bundles go live tomorrow, and it's free entry to the Q&A and album signing if you buy the CD or the LP. So that's a really nice thing. We're doing it across the road at the bar in
I
the
think it'll be
Mets.
really interesting. I think they'll be a really interesting duo.
Check them out because they are fabulous.
They are good.
They're new to all of us, right?
Yeah,
because I mean
some a
they've
bit
only been
different.
around for 4 or 5 years anyway. But in
Yeah.
the UK, they're really, really fresh.
They've had some really big tunes. Some people will recognise some of their tunes. So yeah.
And that album's really mega, isn't it?
It'll be really good.
Pull that one out and just show us what you've got there. It's
Yeah,
one of the restocks.
these came in this week, didn't they?
Yeah, we're just tying it in. Well, we're tying it in with the pre-orders because Jet Get Born's a brilliant album. It must be
Class
getting
album.
on for 20 years, right?
Yeah.
But they've just announced Hurry Hurry, which is the new single.
First track in 15 years. First new music in 15 years.
And have you heard it? It's very good.
Not heard it yet.
Yeah, it's good. Really good. So that tied in nicely. That's a
big album back in the day. This.
Yeah, it was good. I've listened to it again recently. It's good. Really good. It's held up. So, moving on to the pre-orders. Interpol, next in the series of Live at Third Man.
Third Man
Interpol,
Records,
yeah. That's really limited. So we need to shout about that and get that into people's collections. So Interpol Live
How
at Third
limited?
Man. I don't know. All the
Super
shops have
limited.
got 5 or 10 copies. That's
that it? Oh,
Yeah,
wow,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Fair enough.
I've got a couple of drum and bass ones here. Various artists. 20 years of Shogun Audio.
I've been listening to that in my van.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Very good.
Did you get home? Did you drive fast?
A little bit, yeah. There's the track that stood out. What if?
It's
Banger.
it's various artists. The who's who it's 10 classic tracks from the Shogun era, Shogun Audio era, and then 10 new tracks, which is good. And then if you like your liquid drum and bass, Seba's album Oni ONI is coming up. You remember Seba from Seba and Lotec collaborated and did Logical Progression on Buckham's label and all sorts. Yeah, really good. And this threw me off, of course. I had a couple of minutes spare earlier on this week. The God Machine reissues. I think they only made, it's alt rock stuff. They only made 2 albums. And we put them up for pre-order, and they've sold really well so far, which is good. It's nice, real diverse mix of pre-orders. The Lilacs debut EP on Scruff of the Neck, which is a Manchester label. The 395 to Forever, which is on a Bus Blue vinyl, which is good. If you like your good, top-tier quality indie rock stuff, check out that.
Blue.
Bus Blue, yeah.
Okay.
The Lilacs. And I think it's got to be one of the biggest pre-orders of the week is Doves, isn't it? Constellation for the Lonely.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
The single?
Jimmy, when he was in doing his Nightjar album launch, was teasing the Doves stuff, wasn't he? Yeah, he teasing. When we've got new Doves stuff, we'll come and see you again. So, we'll hold you to that, Jimmy. Andy,
Fingers crossed.
Jez, Rebelski, get down to Wax and Beans for the launch. So they're all the pre-orders, and a lot of that stuff is now moving
The new
into
single
next year.
is really good, isn't it? Doves.
Renegade.
Yeah, really nice single.
Yeah, really good. Yeah.
Perfect.
What else have you been listening to this week? I have never been a
The
huge
Cure.
Cure fan other than the greatest hits, but
I'm obsessed with War Song.
yeah. Well, I took it home last night and I'd listened to the album in full for the first time on vinyl. The Cure is back in a world that has gone absolutely balmy this year.
Well, when we did the video last week, we'd sold out.
In a world that's gone absolutely balmy this year, we have The Cure.
Wow.
Is that really bad?
It's really bad.
Is it? Okay.
Really bad.
We
Sorry.
sold out last week, didn't we? We got 20
Yes,
copies
so we
of
got
Black,
some new, yeah.
and I think Marble shipped yesterday from Universal. So the balance of our Marble order, so we've got another 20 copies of Marble coming in as
We
well.
put them out all across the shelf yesterday, and they've all gone. Well, not all gone, but you've moved them all already.
Yeah, I put them up and then
Lasted
sold
like an
a few,
afternoon.
and then, yeah,
Okay.
I did. This is
Yeah, do that because
super-
they came in today, so that's good.
and this came in today as well. So we've got,
Oh, we've got some posters for
we've
the
got some
Cure.
posters. So anyone comes in and buys the Cure, we've got a handful of posters to give away. I think it's only really something we can do in store.
But these only arrived today, didn't they?
These
Like,
arrived today. Yeah. So the first number one, because they've had 2 number ones this year. The first number one of the year, earlier on this year, from Shed 7, which was their new album, A Matter of Time, on
Quality
the
album,
Indies Orange vinyl. Tim at the Tom, sorry, at the label. Tim, I was talking to Tim, but that was a different label. That's Earache. Tom is Cooking Vinyl, and
Don't mix your Sims and Toms.
no. They sent us some signed artwork of the band. We've had these previously, but they've signed some more to keep the momentum going on A Matter of Time, because it's a really, really good album. So we've about 15 or 20 copies back in of that on the Indies Orange.
Holding the number
with
one
the
thing, that's
sign-
good, isn't
holding the number one plaque, yeah. So they've got 2 of them number one plaques. It costs money, you know. I think you only get offered one. So if there's a million of you in the band, it costs you a few quid to buy extra copies. I think it was
2 months each.
I think it was Tom from Lottery Winners was talking about it last year. Was he talking to us, or did he talk about it in the public domain? I can't remember, but yeah, absolutely.
That's coming finally.
Yes,
Was that
National Album
National
Day.
Day release?
Yeah,
wasn't it?
yeah. I bought a copy and we had to listen to it last night. We were cooking tea at home.
Yeah.
Cheeky for a reason. The View.
Wicked.
Yeah, it is. It's brilliant. Lou's like, "What's this?" I could tell you could recognise his voice, but you couldn't quite pinpoint it, could you? Because Kyle Falkman has got a great voice, hasn't he? And
Brilliant.
he sings with the Scottish twang.
Yeah,
doesn't he?
amazing voice.
I like
It's
a good
quality.
Scottish twang. though.
Yeah.
Lou likes a good Scottish twang, apparently. Don't know what that means, but okay.
Yeah. We're never keeping this under
We
10
do a leap of
minutes, are we?
stuff. This has come in. This is lovely, actually. It's really good.
Yeah, it's
It's
upside
coming
down.
in. It's coming in a proper thing, isn't it? And everything on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's 2 different versions. There's this, the alternate cover, and that's the right way around. But to get a proper look at look at it that way. But yeah, end of an era Houdini training session. These walls, what you're doing, and then there's the second version. Like you say, they've done a really good job of having the track list on the sleeve.
I like it when they come in with that as well, and it helps protect the record a little bit when
Have
it
you
comes
seen
in
the
transit.
record? Have you seen the record?
And white. Oh, white and blue, lovely. Looks like toothpaste a little bit. But I like
Does
it. A little bit.
Do you have white and blue toothpaste? You obviously do, don't you?
White, blue, and red, of course. Kids' toothpaste.
Yeah.
But no, that's nice, isn't it?
It's
Really
good.
Gatefold.
It's good. I can put this back together while you pick through something else now.
Well, I picked these at the rights because these have just come in again, haven't they? Nick Drake, Pink Moon. And we've got an older pressing of 5 Leaves Left, haven't we?
Was it Brighter Later? 5 Leaves Left, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, it was an original pressing. Yeah, 50 quid maybe. It's got a nice price on it.
Really
it's
nice.
in nice condition. It's I'd be tempted, but I think I've got the box set with all the albums and the albums already.
But I picked this up because I saw an interview with Kelly Lee Owens talking about this the other day as well. So it's beautiful.
You like her, don't you?
Yeah, she's quality. Yeah. Again, good new music again this year from her. And the new Geordie Greep
Back in.
back in. We've only got 1 copy of this though.
We had a couple,
At the moment.
but one's for Adam, who's ordered one in, and one sold yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thanks to them. Just interesting restocks, I suppose.
Yeah, I like it. Josh, who used to work with us, who's currently travelling the world, he's only young, isn't he? And he turned into a massive raver whilst he was working with us.
Yeah.
One of his favourites, other than Near Archives, was 4am Crew, and these guys have got some unbelievable energy live. And here is their album, their debut album, on 3LP DJ friendly vinyl. And this harps back to real old school
It's proper old school
jungly
jungle.
beats, but it's also got like a bit of a happy hardcore bounce to it as well,
Yeah.
and things like that. But that's really good.
He's in Vietnam at the minute
Is he? I saw him doing a big.
on the zip line.
Was it a zip line? Or
Yeah, I think that was in. I can't remember.
Hello, Josh.
Hi.
You talk about Mac for us because these are back in
Oh, the Mac Miller reissues.
on the Rostrum Records.
Yeah, we were
label.
talking about Mac Miller yesterday, weren't we? What a good artist he is, and his reissues always sell really well, don't they?
They did.
How many reissues have we got in of his?
I think 3 or 4. One of them was blown out, so we've just thrown it into the pre-love section. But this is Macadelic, a most dope experience on white vinyl, and this one, brown vinyl. Which is this one?
I think.
Oh, watching movies with the sound off. Okay, it always catches me out that.
Obviously, his stuff's been licensed nicely since he passed away, because the reissues are coming through really nice as well, aren't they?
Very young.
Spot 'em. Yeah. Scary.
Yeah, Mac Miller.
But it's nice when the reissues are kind of fully out there.
Yeah. You need to check this out. Elucid.
Do I?
Yeah, you do need to check this out. I'm going to say nothing else other than you should check this out because you will be aware of his other collaborations.
Oh, well, alright, okay.
Yeah, so you check that
Yeah,
out.
yeah, I will do, yeah.
Hippity Hoppity.
I got recommended one today who I'd never heard of. Been around for quite a while. Car, K-A. Billy recommended him earlier.
Not sure.
Give him a quick listen. He's got a little bit of a Doom thing about him.
Someone's just bought 4 Doom albums online. They obviously got
The
taste.
reissue. Oh, yeah, they did. Of course they did, yeah.
Talking Heads on Green Vinyl, 77. They made a lot of good albums, didn't
Yeah.
they? One of the best gigs I ever went to. That me and Lou went to an impromptu David Byrne. I think it was the American Utopia tour 5 or 6 years ago in Manchester. And that was a great show. Dusty.
That's
the
nice,
BBC
isn't it?
sessions. Nice, that
The
wasn't it?
BBC stuff's always brilliant recordings as well, isn't it?
Cool picture.
Nice, yeah.
Twilight's had reissues. There's another one somewhere. There we go.
What's on that?
Twilight's sad. Don't know their stuff really.
unusual.
Reflections of Television. I Became a Prostitute.
Did you?
7 Years of Letters. Yeah, Twilight's had stuff in. You were talking to Dan Teach Dan the other day because we were talking about. And I've ordered something in for him. I can't remember what it was.
Public service broadcasting,
Public
wasn't it?
service broadcasting.
Well,
But I
educational.
wonder if he knows. Yeah, I wonder if he knows that the Rival Sons one is
Rival
also
Sons
out
are
one.
cool, actually.
He's a big Rival Sons
Yeah.
fan.
We're talking about how educational public service broadcasting are.
It can be. You could spin
They
it
do
into
Race
that,
to
couldn't you?
Space, and the last one was about Amelia Earhart stuff
Yeah.
and all that. Yeah, the history of that, I suppose. Yeah, it's quite cool, really, how they do it, how they work it in.
No, fair dues. Nice guy. Nice
Supposed
guy.
to say, cool story.
Cool story, bro. Challengers. It's Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. Trent Reznor's done a couple of soundtracks, hasn't he?
He did the Watchmen series. Yeah, he's done quite a few now. Yeah, the Watchmen series, I'd say, probably is the most standout. But that's because Ross is part of Nine Inch Nails now, isn't he? So that is really Nine Inch Nails, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, yeah. I think they
Does
work. I think they work together that much. They just do everything together now.
Does that remind me of Almost Famous?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
It's the woman on the front, isn't it? Primal Scream.
it'll be cool no matter what. They don't make rubbish music. I'm going to say crap then. They don't make rubbish music, do they?
No.
Neither do these guys. Seen these guys quite a few
Limited
times.
edition silver double vinyl. Come ahead. Primal Scream. Orbital. A beginner's guide. This is great. This has got Chime, Halcyon, Belfast, Satan, the Box. And that's just side one. So Orbital.
Solid following Orbital, haven't they? They did the Peace Hall last year, didn't they? I think.
They did.
They
did. Paul Malloy. We should talk about some of the shows. Paul's coming up
Yes.
towards the end of this month, and tomorrow's
Saturday.
pretty much a sold out show.
Oh, yeah.
Actually,
Massive Wagons
massive
tomorrow.
wagons, and then Saturday, Coldwater Swimmers. He of Coldwater Swimmers, Chris Bridger, friend of the shop, really nice guy, very talented musician. He's doing some solo stuff now. It's just announced an album. I just released his solo album. So Chris is here on Saturday. It's a free show, 4 o'clock. Come down, and then Paul. Check out Paul Malloy. You will all know the Coral. Paul is here at the end of the month. Should we run through these or do them on a separate video?
Sure.
No, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, I want to do this. So it's 30 years. This is we're building up to another big release tomorrow, aren't we? This is 30 years, 3 decades of the Charlatans.
I want to know how the cover came about. Was she
yeah.
just like there at the time, or was she like, I don't know.
Let's find out. Up to our hips. Up to our hips. The Charlatans, an original pressing on Beggar's Banquet, and now released on.
That's an OG,
Beggars.
that, yeah.
That's an OG.
That's good.
This came out about 10 years ago. It is the Charlatans again. Up to Our Hips, ultra limited edition, green vinyl. I think it was possibly exclusive to Piccadilly Records, and I feel like it was only a couple of hundred copies. Yeah.
Wow.
And then the same album again released tomorrow, celebrating its 30th anniversary as an expanded edition with artwork by Nick Void. It is Up to Our Hips again. So there are all 3.
That's
I
cool,
think
yeah.
that is the only 3 versions of the album that were ever released, and they're all here.
It's got extras on that.
It's got extras on it. So it's got Subterranean, it's got Up to Our Hips recorded live for the Steve Lamacq and Joe Wiley show, Stir It Up alternative instrumental mix, Feel Flow's alternative mix, that's a good one. And then it's got another Rider Up in Flames recorded live for Steve Lamacq and Joe Wiley again. But obviously the main body of the tracks is Jesus, Hairdo, Up to Our Hips, Patrol, and I think Lou's favourites, who's coughing loudly in the background throughout the whole video, is Can't Get Out of Bed. Is her favourite on that album. So
I was saying, I think it's my favourite Charlatans
I
album.
love the Charlatans, everyone knows that. Tell the Stories, brilliant album. I'm going to have to go because I think this is majorly ran over, and I'm running out of time on how much I can actually record on this phone.
Okay.
Because it's full of pictures of
But look
records.
out for the shows, look out for the stuff coming in. Yeah, all good.